Good evening, people of St. Elizabeth. Father Daniel here. I'm sitting in front of our high altar at St. Liz, and the last time that we got to celebrate Holy Communion together at this altar was on March 8th. That was 33 Sundays ago. That's a long time. It's a long time to go without celebrating communion together. It's time for that to change. This Sunday is the 34th Sunday of Coronatide, this peculiar and unwanted liturgical season that we're in. But it's also the Feast of All Saints, which is a principal feast of the church year. You can see that our altar is set with gold. It's beautiful gold hangings. And this Sunday, we're going to celebrate communion. This will be the first time since March 8th that we've done this at St. Liz. We will have an in-person outdoor communion service at 10 a.m. this Sunday. That'll meet right on the front porch and front lawn area of the church. And we're going to live stream that service. And what I want to do today is just give a couple of details about what that will look like for us. All of these will be in the newsletter that will go out tomorrow morning and will be available. But basically, I want to talk to two different groups of folks. One, the folks who will not be here in person, but will prefer to participate via live stream at home. And then I also want to say a little bit to the folks who will physically be here on Sunday morning. So to the folks who will be watching from home, we will live stream the service at 10 a.m. And it's important to me and it's important to your leadership that we go out of our way to make it possible for everybody who wants to receive communion to be able to do so. The way that we are going to do that at St. Liz is that we are going to make consecrated communion bread available for you to pick up in advance of Sunday's service. That way you will already have it, and then on Sunday morning, or whenever it is that you watch our live stream communion service on Sunday, you will already have bread with you, and you can break it and eat it at the appropriate time during that service. So if you plan to watch from home and do not plan to be here in person, consecrated communion bread will be available at the church for you to pick up Saturday morning, this Saturday, October 31st, from 9 a.m. to noon. And it will also be available Sunday morning from 8:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Again, if you plan to participate from home on Sunday via live stream, consecrated communion bread is available for you to pick up at the church in advance of the service this Saturday, October 31st, from 9 a.m. to noon, and this Sunday morning from 8:15 until 9:30 a.m. That way you have it ready for worship, which will begin live stream at 10 o'clock. If you are unable to drive and need someone to bring communion bread, consecrated communion bread to you at your home before Sunday, please email me ASAP. Please email me as soon as possible. My email address is danielsaintelizabeth@gmail.com. That's DANIELST Elizabeth, ELIZABETH @gmail.com. Again, we are trying to go out of our way to make it possible for everyone who wants to receive communion to be able to do so. So again, if you're watching from home, you can come pick up consecrated bread Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to noon, or Sunday morning, 8:15 to 9:30. You can also email me, and we'll make sure that somebody brings communion bread to you if you are unable to get out and drive. Okay, so that's a little bit about communion for folks who will be participating via live stream. For folks who will be here in person, again, worship will start at 10 a.m. If you plan to sit in camping chairs or on one of our patio chairs, please park in the main parking lot. I pointed that way because it's over there. Please park in the main parking lot, and that way that the parking spots that are closest to the front doors on Tilley Lane, we're going to leave those available for people who want to come in person but prefer to stay in their cars. We will be pumping the audio of the service into car radios. It'll be FM 89.3, I believe. So you can sit out on the lawn. You can stay in your cars. Masks and social distancing are required at all times. And then when it comes time for communion proper, we decided that we're going to do this the way the feeding of the 5,000 works. So instead of everybody lining up and coming to one place, households and individuals will just stay where you are, whether you're in your cars or you're seated in a little cluster, and someone will bring communion bread to you. I will be washing my hands thoroughly during the Eucharistic prayer, as will the other ministers who will be involved. And what's going to happen is, so let's say you got 4 people in your household. You are going to get a wafer like this, one of the priest hosts, and it's just a single piece, and you can break that into as many pieces as you want. If you're coming individually, we'll also have like smaller wafers available. But what's going to happen is that all of the communion bread will come in a little envelope like this. It's sealed. I'm grateful to our Altar Guild director, Kim Fry, for making these possible. It'll be sealed, and somebody will distribute them like this. So the only person on Sunday morning who will physically touch the communion bread that you were going to consume will be you. I will have washed and sanitized my hands before the Eucharistic prayer, as will the ministers who are distributing. I know this sounds elaborate and like a lot of steps, but we're trying to be as safe as possible as we make communion possible for everyone. I'll give all those instructions again Sunday morning, so you don't have to remember all of that. And again, all this is in the newsletter as well. One final thing about folks who are coming in person on Sunday is it's our custom at St. Liz to make crosses in honor of our loved ones who have passed away already as part of our celebration of the Feast of All Saints. We're celebrating the entire communion of saints, including those who have already crossed over into the near presence of Christ. We're going to do that to the extent that we can this year as well. Many of you have crosses like these that you've made in years past. These are two that I've made over the past couple of years. If you would like to make a new one, the foam board crosses are available on the church porch. You can pick those up whenever. They're just sitting out there. But what we're going to do is I invite you to bring your crosses with you, and then after worship on Sunday, we will have an opportunity for each household, as you are so moved, one at a time, to bring your cross into our sanctuary and lay it up here in front of our altar as we normally would. We'll have to be wearing masks as we do that, and we'll just come one household at a time into the church. But Wanda will be playing music. You'll have a few moments of prayer in your sanctuary to be with God and to thank God for the life of your loved one in the broader communion of saints. And that will take as long as it takes. We'll have ushers who are helping to direct traffic, but that's something that we'll do after worship. I know that's a whole lot of details. We're trying to communicate these in as many different ways as possible. All of that is laid out for you again in the newsletter that'll go out tomorrow. But the short version is that we're going out of our way as much as possible to make communion possible for everybody who wants to this Sunday. And then we're also trying to honor the Feast of All Saints, or to celebrate that feast in the ways that are available to us. If you've got questions, comments, moral dilemmas, my door is open. I guess my cell phone is open more accurately right now. Please don't hesitate to reach out. God loves you, and so do I, and I look forward to being with everybody this Sunday morning.